I gave you. I gave you what you wanted. You don't give me what I wanted.
But it's stuff to eat and you're gonna stay.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay. First things first. Dear parents, I can't tell you a damn thing about how to raise your kids. I'm well aware of that. But please do your best to not have your children end up pre-diabetic by the age of 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn it, 15, 16, 17 if you can help it. I know it's not easy. I know sugar addiction is a real thing, not just with the kids, but with the parents as well. You can't tell your kids something that you are not living, even though you try to do exactly that. But please, 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 this is a covert form of child abuse. To allow your child to get big as hell, that unhealthy, that is something that is relatively in the control of the parent or parents. I'm just putting it out there. I know it's not an easy thing to hear. I know it's much easier to just ignore it and say, no, but you don't understand my situation. I get it. There's 1,000 reasons why it may have happened. But please, 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 please. Because what I'm already seeing here, and we haven't even seen the full context of this video, this child has a knife out to, well, I'm assuming is a brother, cousin, maybe even father, is crying about God knows what. And don't let it be what I think it is. Let's just hope that this is this child defending themselves. But let's let this continue and get more.
But it's stuff to eat and you're gonna stab me over some pizza?
I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. Nah. To hell with it. To hell with it. I'm done sugarcoating shit for y'all. No. Okay. That child has been spoiled to a point of they are now a danger to the people around them. That is a child wielding a knife to whoever's in front. I don't care if it's an adult or a child they're doing it to. Because of pizza? Look, I've seen videos with obese kids and they're crying. Like I've seen a video of the dad and the daughter are playing some Chick-fil-A game. Like they're supposed to take a little bite if whatever happens to the game. I don't even know the context of the game. I just know that when dad took a bite because he won that round, that little girl was Bloody Mary type of tears. I'm talking about losing it. She was ready to fight her dad. I have seen kids fight other kids over food. And I'm not saying it's just the big kids, but usually those who do not hear no enough times. That aspect of them has not been disciplined enough. Folks,
are you serious? You gonna kill me over some pizza?
Yes.
Like, are you dead ass right now? You're gonna kill me over some pizza?
oh, this would be New York.
Pizza! It's not fair. I gave you pizza, but you not give me pizza? That's just deep, bro. That's deep.
Alright, bro, but it's alright. I don't want to share that pizza. There's other stuff to eat in here. You really gonna kill me over some?
And that little boy's sweating bullets, y'all. He's sweating, but there's nothing here that's normal. Nothing here is checking out.
Pizza, my nigga? You gonna pull out a knife on me over some fucking pizza?
Yes.
And even that, again, it show that's the environment. Welcome to the hood. Welcome to the ghetto. If it's not the hood itself in actual, in the physical sense, it's mental and emotional. You dead ass gonna tell you that, my nigga? That
I gave you pizza.
All right. That's because your fucking dad bought that for you because there was nothing to eat in here. It's stuff to eat in here. That's my fucking pizza.
Oh, that sound like Biggie Smalls in back. That's a big dude. Okay. Some of the stuff is checking out. This is big back on big back violence right here. There's a big dude. Oh, it was all a dream. I used to eat waffles and ice cream. Salt and pepper on my lemon wing and chicken wings. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. This is a lack of discipline to the highest order. This dude done pulled a knife out on, I'm guessing it's a family member because it's not the dad. The dad bought the pizza. The dude said, I'm going to give you some of the pizza, I guess. The dude ate the pizza. The kid gave him some pizza, but he didn't give the kid back some pizza. How you going to borrow sugar? Are you going to give it back? If you know, you know. If you caught that, you caught that.
Pizza.
You wanna die?
Do you want to die? Go put the fucking knife down if I slap the shit out of you. Go put it the fuck down. Go put it down.
Bruh, he had to. Oh man, that dude is. The hood has an ego problem and an emotional maturity, emotional regulation problem. The ghetto mentality, I would say upwards to 70 to 80% of the black quote unquote community. The inability to resolve conflicts in a mature way. And there's a lot of white folks, a lot of Hispanics, etc., who have the exact same thing going on. But when it comes to the violent aspect, that has been pushed, it's been promoted within the quote unquote black culture. And this is the result. He sees no problem with pulling a weapon, ready to take a life for a crusty, dusty, 35-cent slice of deep dish. That's what he's willing to take somebody's life for. And we wonder why we hear the stories of back in the day, the kids having their lives taken for Jordans. This day and age, a kid who's told, excuse me, you're not supposed to be sitting here. Maybe not excuse. He didn't say, excuse me. Carmelo Anthony stabbing dude in the heart. In the heart. Because he could not regulate his emotions. Call it what you want. Stand on the race politics all you want. That's the reality. They take each other's lives every single day on the basis of that. You looked at me crazy. Who you looking at? The dude is ready to take your life because he's deeming that as disrespect. Can't even have a conversation. Is so emotionally stunted. They can't even have a conversation. They can't even differentiate between somebody looked at you. If somebody squares up on you, somebody comes at you crazy, okay, true self-defense in that. This is a kid who pulled a knife because he did not get a slice of pizza, folks. Is that registering? Emotional regulate, and it starts and ends right here. This dude may not mature past that point. Biggie Smalls and Biggie Biggs. My goodness. Here we go. Let's get into the comment section of this one because I know it's going to be a hell of a ride. I know who's showing up for these ones. I know who's showing up for these comments. Kid wants pizza. Enough said. Knife dude is over. Yep. Amazing black culture. Whatever you do, don't ask him to leave. Oh, wow. That's a Carmelo reference. Wow. And they think kids can decide their own gender. Yeah, that's a powerful point. That's a great little segue right there. What else we got here? Note that the threat of force was the only. Note that the threat of force was the only thing that checked his aggression. They will only respond to a greater threat. They don't know how to regulate their emotions. Nobody's willing to teach them. They grow up with their mother or with a father who's unregulated himself. Or maybe in a single parent household where the mother is now having to be the disciplinarian as well. So emotions influence the way in which she disciplines the children. And then they end up like this. Future engineering major. That's him right there. The dude's he's gonna solve all the major issues. He's definitely gonna be one to cure cancer. I know that. The cycle of low IQ, genetically coded sociopathy, and abuse. I mean, yeah, there's something to be said about sociopathic tendencies and nature versus nurture, child abuse. Yeah, I mean, well, when the abused becomes the abuser. Content of character moment. Future track meet. Yep, there we go. You fat. Really, you're going to tell that to your son. I am sure with a high degree of confidence that off camera, this dad says some horrible stuff to his own son. It's not about the pizza, I guarantee it. Yeah, I don't know if it's son or not, but older bro didn't respect the previously established rules of pizza economy. Okay, so it's an older brother, I'm guessing. This is why I'm fat phobic and racist. Golly. Total parenting failure. That the child ever even thought it's okay to threaten somebody with a knife. Yeah. By that age, my son was already trying to protect me from any perceived dangers. Incredible. Instead, they turned inward on themselves. That's the ghetto mentality. Practicing for future track meets. And then they just say black people, because again, this is what happens, and yes, humans are lazy when it comes to getting to actually know the nuances of a conversation. But that's when quote unquote representation matters most. When you have positive representation taking place, that's when it matters. Because otherwise you're constantly sending these signals of this is what we are and who we are. And oftentimes people are not willing to get to know individual bases, so they're going to base it on the group. And until you change the group dynamic and what is normalized in the group, then you're going to continue to be perceived as exactly that. People just think to themselves, well, pattern recognition. And again, if I saw this, I'll be lying if I told you that I'm not surprised. Not that there aren't videos like this with white kids, whatever it is, but majority, statistically speaking, I'm looking for all types of content. I'm looking for things that I can speak to culturally, as far as us in Western culture, American culture, whatever it may be. But it just so happens that there is a demographic who has been more influenced by this sort of behavior than any other. And everybody else seems to be wanting to play catch up as opposed to going the other direction. They want to pick up the gangsterism, the thugnificence of it all, as opposed to saying, we reject that. We want nothing to do with that. And so that's what I'm an advocate of. That's what I stand behind and stand for. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Till the next time. Peace. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 365, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up, you know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises, you get to praising.